Hello, viewers. Today is Friday, October 18th, 2024. Today, I would like to discuss about the latest developments and events in the Middle East and how it may affect the presidential elections in the United States. So, yesterday we came to know that Israeli Defense Forces went ahead and had a firefight, and during that firefight, they were able to kill the Hamas leader, Yahya Sinwar. Yahya Sinwar was considered as an architect for the deadly October 7 terrorist act, in which they had killed close to around 1,200 Israeli citizens, and they also took close to 200 odd hostages into Gaza. So this is indeed a very good news. Hopefully that this will end some kind of this senseless violence in the Middle East and senseless terror acts within the Middle East region. That said, this person, the Hamas leader, Sinwar, was somebody that everybody was trying to capture or kill. And so this is a good news for the world peace. And an important terrorist was killed yesterday. And we all should thank the Israel Defense Forces for taking this action and killing this terrorist. Now, having said that, this also gives you a unique opportunity in the Middle East to for Netanyahu to really seize this initiative and at least now accept the ceasefire for hostages deal and try to bring home those hostages. It's very important because there are still 100 odd hostages that are under the custody of the Hamas organization, and it is very important that we should get them back. And moreover, we are also seeing a lot of humanitarian crisis within the Gaza area, and it is very important that the international community goes there and tries to help those people who are in need, and especially children who are really struggling there in the Gaza area. So these are all some of the things that even the Biden administration is trying to see if this provides a window of opportunity to move forward with the with some kind of an ceasefire, and more importantly, if the ceasefire holds, they could possibly look for some kind of an a graceful end to this war in the Middle East. This is also what the foreign policy apparatus within the Biden administration is trying to do. So the ball is certainly on Netanyahu's court, but the news that we are getting from the Israeli government, and more specifically from Netanyahu, is not very encouraging. He keeps saying that the war will continue even with the death of, even with the killing of the Hamas leader. So that begs the question as to exactly what is the end game for Netanyahu. We all think that there is something more that Netanyahu he's looking at to do than just trying to win the war against Hamas. And some of the speculation centers around the fact that once the war ends, there are going to be a lot of questions within the Israeli government and within the Israeli Justice Department as to exactly what happened before October 7th and why there was a huge intelligence failure that led to the attack, the terrorist attack on October 7th. And it looks like the Netanyahu does not want to face such a scrutiny. And that is one such speculation. The second one is Netanyahu is, everybody knows that he is legally challenged, he's morally challenged, and he's also ethically challenged. When I say he's legally challenged, what I mean is there are some pending cases against him, and that might not go well. So by prolonging this war, he thinks that he can stay in power for a few more years. Because if you look at the Israeli media today, and if you look at some of the polls that comes out of Israel, that if there is an election today, Netanyahu is going to lose big time. So he's trying to use this war as a means to control or govern Israel for a few more years. And that is what I think most of the international community are really worried about, that Netanyahu will not most likely end this war no matter what. And that is not a good sign. So then let's pivot to exactly how this may or this might affect the US elections. First, the more you see these kind of news coming from the Middle East, the more it's going to more likely help Donald Trump, because it will be considered as a foreign policy failure of the Biden-Harris administration on why they are not able to first get this ceasefire for hostages deal, and also why there is a simmering war in the Middle East even after 1 year after the October 7th attack happened. And it will be considered as a diplomatic failure. It will be considered as some kind of a major foreign policy failure. And that definitely helps the challenger in this case, which is Donald Trump. And I've also done an episode 3, 4 weeks ago saying that Donald Trump is transactional, Netanyahu is also transactional. So they have met during the third week of July or so, and I do not know exactly what they discussed during that meeting. So if we add all of this together, while we all pray and hope that there is some kind of a deal to get the hostages back and some kind of a ceasefire so that the people of Gaza get the required humanitarian aid. This is what we are all hoping for, but I don't think that's going to happen, and most certainly I don't think it's going to happen before the U.S. presidential elections on November 5th. Um, whatever Netanyahu would like to do, or in terms of the ceasefire for hostages deal, or any other move towards some kind of an end to the war, will happen only after the November 5th election. That's my view, and that's based on sound analysis on exactly what's happening in Israel, as well as some of the print media reports that is coming out of Israel, that Netanyahu will not do anything till the US elections are completed. So, so while the Biden administration might hope for, while Kamala Harris might hope for something better than this, I really doubt that it will happen. And we are going to see a constant news coming out of the Middle East on a daily basis about this war in the Middle East. So that's it for me today. I'll come back to you with another program later on today. Till then, take care.